All right. Now, let's move this chair out of the way. Now you can come in. I just thought I would do a little meeting today, since it's Friday. Um, so yeah, you can come in. I see some people are up there. Um, you know, I'll let you know sort of the reasoning behind why I'm doing this meeting in just a moment. But anyway, I keep forgetting about Aquarius Clubus, which should have met on February 1st, which was a Wednesday. So, I apologize about that, and I have arranged for people to come today so that I could talk and go through a couple of things. So that'll be happening shortly after this meeting. Which 3:01 now. Let's just say about 3:20. It's the Clubus meeting when they'll be coming in. And we'll be talking about some things. Discussing some things today. So that's what's going on. That's what you need to know, what you need to be aware of. All right. So I think I can see people sitting up there with their tables. I can see everyone sitting here. Some people sitting on the couch. A couple people in here. You know how it works. Most everyone is up there. So I'm really talking to people up there. But, regardless, and I hope that this sound is amped up so that people can hear me. Happy Friday. It is 2 days before the full moon in Leo on the 5th of the month. And maybe that's a reason why I wanted to come and just discuss some things, discuss some themes of that full moon, since that Sunday, what's actually going to happen is I do want you to take the time off on that Sunday since it is the full moon. And so that's why I am going to go through some announcements with you today for next week, because that's how I do these announcements. So that's part of the reason why I'm doing an Amenten meeting. Another reason is there has to be one point in my day where I'm not sitting around all the time and I'm standing up and talking and doing all that. So, yeah, that's, basically what's going on. Not too much to say. We could also maybe get outside when I get done with everything. We could just walk around and get fresh air and exercise. I think that would be really good and healthy for everyone, really. And of course, that won't be live streamed. A plan that I have this weekend is the phone that I'm using. Hopefully, I can find a battery and memory can be cleared off of this phone so that I get some sense of purity, and sort of newness with this, just because It really does feel better not to use my new phone for certain things unless the intentions are a certain way. I feel guilty every time I do, and I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm gonna do what makes me happy and what I feel comfortable doing. Not that when I do it, I don't feel that ounce of guilt when I do it, and I certainly will use the new phone, but it's how I use it that's in the question. So, yeah, I'm sort of taking a break from using it because I blew a chance of an opening to use it because I recorded an hour and a half audio on it. So, you know, I had an opening for using it, and then I just sort of blew that because I feel that guilt from that. So, I'm going to have to take some time and for that to be distant enough to where it doesn't matter anymore, and to where I can decide I'm going to wake up someday and decide to use it again. So, yeah, that's going on. I have a ton of work to do today. I've been doing work, both the work I need to do for classes and also cleaning up past karma, which is also finishing books. So I'll continue to work and do that stuff. Over the weekend, I've also been watching some older past astrology horoscopes recently, and I'll continue to do that. And watching several astrologers, I'll watch Rebecca Goldsmith, hopefully a live stream, where she was talking about Jupiter into Pisces in 2022, which should be really interesting. So, that's going on. The other thing is that Deborah Silverman is not going to be coming back to this dimension for a while. I just feel like I need a break. I just feel like I need to stop watching her videos, reading her content, because I still get the guilt from this summer and what I've done with the intention, and what I've done with compulsively watching one video after another, and that sort of changed my association with sort of, getting sick and tired and seeing it as impure, and seeing that, tainted perspective and, perception, and, that, sort of the qualities of how I talk and how I present myself mirrored back to me by somebody who is probably purer than I am in terms of perspective, has a better perspective, is enjoying her life more. And I think that because of that, I think I may need to take a break and then come back and, deal with that FOMO, deal with not being up to date, deal with missing out, and instead immerse myself into other astrologers who go more in depth and really be, on the ball with that kind of content. And I'm not going to I'm not going to be using the oracle cards for a long time. Still, I plan on using them this year, but I just think I'm going to wait on those oracle cards to use them. Oh, well, maybe I can. Who knows? Oh, I don't know. So what is going on today and this week? I also want to tell you that because Deborah Silverman is taking a break from this Amenten, you will not get to take her school, which costs a fortune. I'm certainly not. None of you are, and none of you will for a really long time. Um, it's kind of crazy that it has to cost so much, but I think there is way more value in the content that is free than the content that you have to pay $1 million for. And that's there for you every single day on a daily basis. There's way more value in that. Because the best things in life are the things that are free to begin with, and that is a fact. Now, what we have going on this week in terms of announcements. What do we have going on? So the 5th is the full moon. We don't have too much going on this week. But we do have on February 6th, February 7th, February 8th, the 9th, and 10th. So we have from the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and Sunday the 12th. So that's the whole weekly lineup. And there's announcements going on each and every day. I'm not prepared for those announcements, and I sort of tricked you. I am going to probably end up doing a separate video for that so that you get it clear and it's fair and square, which are two non-spiritual words to place in the same category. I mean, fair and square, with the spiritual connection to saying fair and square. I don't really think there is, and I'm going to be the person that's going to admit that, and I'm willing to admit that here. So look for a video where I discuss and I go over and I give you the information about this week's announcements and what is going on this week in terms of that. So, what else? Is there anything else? Well, other than that, I do have a playlist of past astrology videos. You're taking your Kremlin classes. For those inquiry, you're rehearsing that for the concert. Remember, March 20th, 7 o'clock p.m. March 21st, 7 o'clock p.m. March 20th is the winter songs. The winter astrology was going on the winter. Also dealing with songs for Joseph Lunch Center. And March 21st is the spring concert. The signs Aries, Gemini, and Taurus, or Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, I should say, because that's the order that they go in. And the specific astrology for the spring of 2023, which is on March 21st. And I am slowly but surely uploading all of those videos, so hopefully they will all be uploaded pretty soon here. I'm really working on getting all of them uploaded and transferred over to the accounts that I have on YouTube, because I have multiple accounts, not just my main YouTube channel, which I'm doing this live stream off of because this is where I have access to doing live stream, because of the amount of following that I have for my public content. So that's what I'm doing. Again, I believe in what I believe, and I'm strong about that. However, it is just there and as an option, and the ship has sailed and I'm using it, and so, so be it. I'm just drained and exhausted that unfairness and that whole deal, to where it just becomes the normal, and where it's just to a point where I'm taking it for granted. Alright, so now, what I'm going to have is I am going to have the Clubus people come in here, and we're going to do that. It may be really shortly, or it may take a long time. I really don't know. I just have a lot in my mind right now. A lot that I need to finish. A lot that I need to do. A lot that I feel are incomplete. Videos that I want to watch. And on top of it, I'm standing here feeling just constipated internally. So, that's fun to go through. Um, so, yeah. So, I'll do more meetings and stuff when I get more memory on that phone. When I hopefully get a new battery charger on that phone. Otherwise, if I do not get a battery charger and new memory on that phone, well, no. It is going to happen because I cannot keep living in the current story that I'm living in right now. And I feel like I need something to change and something to become new and better. And, I am going to have the phone. Sort of certain things are going to change with the phone. So, that's that. Alright, so now what I'm going to be having is I'm going to be having the Aquarius Clubus come in. This particular meeting, for those who are in Aquarius Clubus, is actually not going to be aligning with other meetings. Instead of focusing on the Aquarius as a child section and other sections from this book, we will be looking at humanitarian issues in the current world today. And it'll be a web quest day. And so for those of you in the Aquarius Clubus, I will explain what that is all about when it begins. For those of you who are not in the Aquarius Clubus and do not want to be in the Aquarius Clubus, then you can leave. Here's the deal with Aquarius Clubus and what's gonna go down. I've repeated this information so many times, it's just ridiculous and unnecessary for me to continue repeating the same information. But you do not have to come to Aquarius Clubus every single time. It is optional. You can come at any meeting that you want. In order to attend the meeting and in order to get a lot out of it, it would probably be a smart idea to read the information beforehand. So reading the section before the meeting itself, and I email you and I give you information about what's going to be happening for that meeting, what section you need to read for that meeting, what I'll be doing, what I'll be discussing, and when the meeting will begin. Okay, so I hope that you're catching all this information. I do not want to repeat it over and over and over because it's really tiresome to do this. So I do expect expect, and I will assume that you know how it works. Where you come and it's basically like a club where you can come, it's super exciting, it's super entertaining, super interesting, super informative. There is, however, out of your own choice, there is, however, hold on a moment, please. Sorry about that. But this battery's pretty low now. It's 55%. Started off at 70-some percent, now it's 55%. Tell me that's normal. Well, that's what happens. The battery runs down quicker when a phone gets older, so that's the reality. Hey. What? Hey. I kind of filled that soap thing up with the other stuff. You know, I tried to, but not eat it with the other stuff.
Oh, okay. Did you find it?
Yeah.
Okay. The stuff in the bathroom ran out already?
No, I just want to make sure.
If you mix the two together,
Well, how do you think that?
no, it'll be fine.
Well, I didn't realize. I thought that was.
I didn't know I saw this. So,
Did you get white? Okay. Oh, no. Yeah.